Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes from the 5th to the 11th of November. On the 5th of November, the moon enters its last quarter moon phase, which lasts for 3 to 5 days. So this allows us to assess our progress and make the necessary adjustments, changes. It's an ideal time for reflection and evaluation, encouraging us to let go of what no longer serves us and make way for new beginnings. But on the negative side, we can be more restless and dissatisfied, and this energy of feeling restless and dissatisfied can be amplified by any conflicts or tensions that's been building up within you, or what may come about when you're, sort of like engaging in your day-to-day relationships, and that's just watch out for that. Try to think before you say anything mean, and try to give people grace while being assertive and setting your boundaries if they overstep your boundaries, or you can see that they're just frustrated because of what is going inside of them rather than them being frustrated at you. The best use of this energy is to embrace self-reflection, introspection, and talking with others and releasing what holds you back, and prepare for the next lunar cycle, which is sort of like the new moon, which is coming up in a few days with renewed clarity and purpose. On the 6th of November, the moon void of course starts at 7:26, the moon enters Leo at 7:53, Mercury also enters Scorpio at 10:56 am, and Venus also makes a trine to Pluto. So yeah, the positive of the moon entering void of course is that it can allow us to have a bit of rest and relaxation, allowing us to take a break from making important decisions or taking action. It can be a time of surrendering control and going with the flow of things. The negatives of the moon void, of course, is that it may lead to feelings of uncertainty or confusion, as plans may not go as expected. So it's important to avoid initiating new projects or making major commitments if you feel affected by this period. The best use of this energy is to journal, meditate, spend some time in nature and focus on other self-care activities. The moon also enters Leo, so again it promotes self-expression, confidence and creativity, and can increase our leadership abilities and passion for life, which is good with the moon void of course energy being, making us a bit more withdrawn, so this can kind of perk us up. On the negative, it can make us more attention-seeking, loving drama, and wanting to be more, centre of attention and unaware of other people's needs or ignoring other people's needs. So it's important to find a balance between expressing yourself and considering the impact of your actions on those around you. The best use of this energy is to channel it into your creative skills, whether it be singing, dancing, writing or designing or anything else. Remain mindful of other people's feelings and try and be humble and be a bit have a sense of humility. Mercury is also entering Scorpio. I'm going to do a whole separate audio in this, but it can make us more mentally focused, more intuitive, so it's excellent energy to use for research or investigation work as well. But watch out for becoming too obsessed or secretive in your communications. Venus is trying to Pluto, can bring emotional, sort of intense emotional connections and transformation in our relationship. It can empower us to delve into matters of love, intimacy and personal growth, but on the negative end it can make us more possessive and manipulative in our behaviour, so just watch out for that. Make sure you assert your boundaries, and if you want to know more about these aspects deeper, then check out separate audios for them. On the 7th of November, Mercury makes a trine with Neptune, so this can increase our communication skills, allowing for clear and creative expression. It encourages intuitive thinking and imaginative ideas. However, it can also lead to confusion and misunderstandings if we're not careful. To make the best use of this transit, it's best to channel it into artistic pursuits or exploring spiritual and mystical subjects. Regular ground grounded practices are essential to prevent getting lost in fantasy or deception as well. So always with any Neptune sort of energy, we can get lost in addictive behaviours and doing things to excess and ignoring red flags and being too idealistic, so just watch out for that as well. On the 8th of November, the moon void of course starts at 9:29 a.m. and the moon enters Virgo. So the moon entering Virgo can make us more analytical in our thinking. We can pay more attention to detail, so it's a great energy to use for organising and planning. Also boosts our productivity and efficiency, which can help us focus on practical matters. On the negative end, it can lead us to being too critical, nitpicky, making us overly perfectionistic, and this can stunt, hinder our progress in our projects and relationships and stuff as well. And it can also make us more anxious in our thoughts and behaviour, because we can be inclined, have a tendency to overanalyse situations and what is meant by our thoughts and what others are saying, so just watch out for that. The best use of this energy is to prioritise tasks that require precision and logic. Use this time to focus on practical matters and tackle projects that require attention to detail, being mindful of potential perfectionist tendencies and strive for balance, and avoid getting caught up in over analysing or being overly critical. Instead, channel this analytical, logical energy towards problem solving and finding practical solutions to your problems. The 9th of November, we've got Mercury making a sextile to Pluto, the moon void of course starting at 10:23, and the moon also goes into its basemic moon phase at 11:44 a.m. So Mercury sextile to Pluto allows us to have deep transformative conversations. It encourages clear and precise communication that can lead to profound insights and understanding, also resolving conflicts. But on the downside, on the negative end, this transit may intensify emotions and result in power struggles if not handled with care, so just watch out for that. The balsamic moon phase's energy allows us to prepare for the release of new beginnings that the new moon brings in the next 4 days. It encourages us to reflect and let go of things that no longer serve us. It can also make us more emotionally sensitive as well, so it presents an ideal moment to rest, recharge and set intentions for our future. It's a time to forgive, heal, make peace with past experiences. However, it's important to be mindful of the potential for moodiness or feeling overwhelmed during this balsamic moon phase. On the 10th of November, Mercury makes a square to Saturn, so positively it encourages practical thinking, discipline in our communication and more focused approach to problem solving. It can help in organising our thoughts and making detailed plans. However, on the downside, it can bring delays, obstacles and challenges in communication. It can also create tension or conflicts in relationships due to us being too rigid or overthinking or being overly critical of others. Best use of this is to embrace the practical energy while remaining open-minded and flexible in interactions with others, watching the way we speak and do things and giving others the grace as well, while also asserting our boundaries. On the 11th of November, the moon enters Libra at 7:32 a.m. all times within GMT, and it's based on Vedic constellational astrology that goes on where the sun and moon and the planets like Uranus and Mercury and Venus are at any given time. So the moon going into Libra allows us to be more balanced and encourages diplomacy and fairness and cooperation in relationships, so it's an ideal time for seeking compromises and finding common ground. On the negative end, it can make us seek eternal validation too much, people please and be indecisive. Mars' opposition to Uranus brings a sort of intense and unpredictable energy. This aspect can ignite sudden changes, impulsive actions and conflicts. It's important to be cautious with impulsive behaviour during this time, as it may lead to accidents or hasty decisions that can have unforeseen consequences. However, this transit also presents an opportunity for breakthroughs, taking risks and embracing change. It can bring a surge of motivation and assertiveness to tackle challenges head on. It's essential to channel this energy constructively and stay open to unexpected opportunities as they come up. So yeah, that was the weekly scopes from the 5th to the 11th of November. Take care and see you next time.